All right, everybody. This is Dale Jr. and this is Amy. Amy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, honey?
Yeah, we're glad to be here with you today for an episode of Bless Your Hardt, a live episode of Bless Your Hardt in front of a live audience. This is a big deal for Amy.
Thanks for coming. I'm a little nervous, I have to admit.
We had no idea what we were walking into today.
No, I've never been to Fan Day either.
Yeah.
I've never been up here for this.
That's right. So Amy's first live show, her brand new podcast, Bless Your Hardt, out every week on Dirty Mo Media. We're thankful to Sirius NASCAR XM for allowing us to be here today. We are out at Junior Motorsports for Fan Day, and we want to thank Lionel, our presenting sponsor, one of our big sponsors at Dirty Mo Media, for helping us kick off all of this today. I came in here, Amy, and I know you probably had the same experience, but since this is your first Fan Day, I drove in. They told me there's a lot of people here, but all of the cars lining the street up over a mile away from Junior Motorsports, the amount of folks that we have out here today, this is bigger than
the normal?
The normal, yeah.
Okay.
So I say that because there's been this sort of, I don't know, there's been certain people, a lot of people in the NASCAR industry know that the sport is growing. The sport's going in a positive direction.
Yeah.
You know, there's debate and conversation on social media around how much or whether that's really true or not, but it really is. I see things that trigger, me to go, yep, that's different than last year. That's bigger than last year. There's more people here. There's more people there.
Yeah.
Grandstands, sales, viewership. And it's days like today. You come out here, there's a lot of folks here that have a ton of excitement and energy around what's happening, whether it's at the Cup level, the Xfinity level, the truck level, Cars Tour, whatever they're watching has them excited. That's why they're here today. So I want to thank all y'all for showing up, all of our fans that drove from all over. It doesn't hurt that it is the World 600 this weekend. I know a lot of y'all are going to go out and watch the races, and there's a lot to talk about. I don't want this to be a commercial about racing, but let's talk about Bless Your Hardt. So you've been wanting to get into podcasting for a long time. We're just trying to find the right mix.
Yes. I've had a few ideas. I wanted to do a show with a girlfriend. I wanted to go to different places and have brunch and have cocktails and just banter, which was a ridiculous idea, and I'm glad Mike shot that down. We did record a couple of episodes just to see what that would sound like, and it was really bad. So here we are. We took our time and found a good niche that made sense for you and me to do it together, which is fun because now I get a dedicated hour and a half or two of Dale's time every week. Yep. It's kind of like a date night. I'm officially, on Dale's calendar.
Oh my gosh.
On Thursday mornings.
It's like I'm not chasing you around the house the entire time, all week long while we're home.
I know, but there's distractions and other things going on. This is like dedicated time.
That's
it's just
true.
the two of us.
Well, we have a couple other sponsors to mention that are very important to not only Fan Day. Bass Pro Shops is helping us a lot to present Fan Day to the fans. And what you can't see if you're listening on Sirius XM is all of these cool little tents.
It's like a big, giant carnival out here. There's so many sponsor tents everywhere.
Yep. So there's all these little sponsor tents out here behind. They're right in front of us. There's barbecue. Carolina Carports has a tent. Bass Pro Shops has a tent. Z-Max Cars Tour. There's an ice cream truck.
I see a boat.
Yep. There's a boat. Everybody out here is all of our partners and all the people that we work with have brought a tent so they can talk about their service, their products. And all of them are obviously my favorites, but we have a new tent, and I think it's over that way, and it's called Jerky Boys.
I knew you were going to talk about Jerky Boys jerky.
Jerky Boys.
I bet they're out by now.
They are, unfortunately. I don't know if there's any bags left. I was going to eat a bag for lunch today. It's 60 calories per serving. I think there's 3 servings in a bag, so it's like 180.
It's a healthy snack.
Yes. But
one of our fans has some right now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling y'all. So
you better hoard that.
I got to tell you a quick story. I won't bore you too much, but me and Blake Cook from Filter Time, he also raced in Xfinity Series. We became really good friends, and he wanted to start this filter subscription business, so I joined him in that idea. And I know we probably have a lot of Filter Time customers. That business has been going for years now. And his brother started making jerky out of Nashville, Tennessee. It's their grandfather's recipe. And I tried it, and I was like, I've eaten jerky all my life, all kinds.
Yeah,
and
every time we travel, we stop and
Yeah.
find jerky here and there and everywhere. So he's a connoisseur.
I'm like, this is the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
Ever. Not even close.
It's good.
It is.
It's really
and
good.
so I've been eating this stuff for a couple years now. They've been making this jerky for a while. Still a very small batch company. And I was like, Blake, like, we got to invest in this. This is awesome. And so, you know, Blake's idea with the filters was awesome. We took that company and grew it, and it's actually a real legit company and servicing a lot of people. We have a lot of happy customers. I'm one of them. And but now we're getting into jerky. We really haven't went out and publicized that me and Blake invested. We bought almost half of the company. And so we're partners with Blake's brother making jerky.
Christian.
Yeah, he's an awesome kid. And, yeah, they just started this right out of right out of this little garage and just growing it and handmade, all fresh. I can't talk about it enough.
Mouth is watering.
Another tent over here is High Rock Vodka.
That's right.
High Rock Vodka sponsors. Oh, everybody loves the vodka. High Rock Vodka sponsors Bless Your Hardt. So it's awesome that, so me and Amy, I'm going to let you talk. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're doing a great job.
Me and you partnered together with Sugarlands to create High Rock Vodka, and it's been going for about 3 years. And, man, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of hard work. Every state's different with how they handle the alcohol. And but we've gotten to a partnership with Texas Roadhouse, Applebee's, and so we're really getting some traction. We got people out here that have tried it that like it.
Yes.
And so we got to give them a shout out for
yes, thank you, High Rock,
for being here and help us out. They have a cocktail here for Fan Day. If you're out here and if you're listening, maybe your mouth will water. But High Rock Lemonade or High Rock Sundrop. That's my favorite. Drink responsibly, 21 only, 21 and up. But I take Sundrop and put High Rock vodka in it, and you know I love Sundrop. Dad used to drink it vodka with Five Alive. Everybody remember Five Alive? This is kind of like a Minute Maid orange juice style drink. They don't sell it here anymore. They still sell it in Canada. I got a friend that actually is coming to the 600 that runs me down a case of this.
Once
this
a month, it feels like.
Five Alive, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in little juice boxes.
Yeah. So he cuts the top off and
yeah.
pours it in his cup.
But it's what Dad drank, and it's really good. But I don't know that it was. It's a little bit sweet. It's kind of.
Yeah, it's more on the sweet
yeah.
side. It's not as acidic.
No,
Yeah. But it's
yeah.
great.
We make a couple of them. But anyways, let's talk about what's going on in our lives.
All right. So before we get into, I mean, we can talk about things. What do you want to talk about? I got a confession, so I don't know.
Another
if I wanna lead with
confession.
that
Oh
or-
my God.
It's not an embarrassing one.
The last time she had a confession, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that's out in the universe now.
Well,
Everyone's gonna know this.
I think this one's going to be very relatable
All right.
for some people in the audience.
Well, let's go forward with the confession.
All right,
You already
so-
teased it.
Thursday mornings is cleaning day at our house.
Yes.
We have a cleaning crew that comes in and helps us keep the house clean. And they usually start upstairs in our bathroom. And so, you know, it's hard to get ready when that's happening. So Dale darts up there and gets ready and then gets over here. But I had to get ready down in the guest bathroom, which was fine.
The Elvis room?
The Elvis room.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to figure out how to get back upstairs. I didn't take my extra clothes down there, so I've got a tiny towel. Those towels are not very big. A tiny towel, my dirty clothes, my toiletry bag, and Junebug, who never leaves me out of
Never
sight.
leaves your side, yep.
I've got all this trying to keep this towel on and get back up the stairs. Well, the stairs are wet because they've been mopped. And I'm like, well,
What are you
what
doing?
am I going to do?
Yeah.
I go around back to the elevator and try to get in the elevator. Well, the door's open upstairs because somebody left it
So it
open
won't
after
come
they
down
took Gus down to
At
pee in the
3
middle
o'clock
of
in the morning, yeah.
So I can't get up the elevator either. I'm like a sitting duck in the middle of the house, half naked. So like I'm frustrated and flustered. I ended up getting upstairs. I just went up the wet stairs, and I got ready, dried my hair. Like there's literally like ladies around me in the bathroom with me as I'm getting ready.
Yes.
And then I get downstairs and I'm sneaking out the door before Junebug can dart out and get my feet. Well, guess what's going on in the garage? Your Roomba,
Yes.
which he has allocated Mr. Mom, is in the garage running about. Does anybody else have a Roomba in the garage? It's not normal. It's not normal to do that.
Did you back over it?
Well, I wanted to.
Hopefully
it
you
was
didn't.
really pissing me off.
Hopefully you didn't run over Mr. Mom on the way out.
It used to be in the house, and it woke everybody up in the middle of the night.
Wasn't that a great movie, Mr. Mom? Y'all remember that movie from back in the day, Mr. Mom? That's why I named our Roomba Mr.
Yeah,
Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
So Mr. Mom is all over the place in the garage. Well, coincidentally, it's right in between my tires when I need to get out of the house. And I'm running a little bit behind. And so I wait. I'm like watching that thing go back and forth, trying to figure out if it's going to go under my car or go away from my car. Well, the thing was about to go under my car. So I just moved it over. Well, it just turned and went straight under my car. And I'm like, ah. And so I turned it around and then got in my car real quick. Well, I had hit the button to open the garage door and the gate at the same time.
The Roomba escaped?
No, we aren't that lucky.
Mr. Mom, he's out.
I'm looking at the monitor in my car to make sure I don't run over Mr. Mom, and I ran into the garage door.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Ran into the garage door. So, of course, I'm...
Bad?
It went back down and went back up and again, so it's
still working?
It's working, but it's going to need your attention.
Okay.
And I don't have a damn clue where Mr. Mom ended up. So, sorry.
What a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're having a good time.
Yep. That's right.
Anybody else run into the garage door lately? It's not just me. I know it's not just me that ran into the garage door.
Nope.
I know you haven't. I've never done that before.
I've backed into our garage door with my truck, yeah. You know, you'll.
Why do men get to get away with stuff like that without getting scolded, but women don't?
Well, I'm gonna scold myself.
Like you're acting like I'm. Well, you didn't even tell me though. Like you didn't say anything.
Well, I mean,
you could fix it.
Yeah.
Is that the reason?
What?
That we don't even talk about it because you're gonna be the one to fix it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it just bumped into it.
Oh,
I didn't like.
I hit it
off.
pretty hard.
Okay. Gosh.
The car's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we'll work on it. I know we just got those restained.
I know we just refinished.
Are we gonna have to refinish them again?
No, you just need a dent getter outer and bang it around a little.
A dent getter outer?
Yeah.
There's a dent in the garage door. They're made of wood. Is it cracked, popped, broken? Oh my gosh! I need to know.
I didn't have enough time.
Don't you guys?
All I'm gonna say is one wheel isn't in the track, and there might be a little wood out of place.
I can fix the wheel in the track, the wood. I'm not a carpenter.
Well, you got to start there to get the thing.
Hey, we'll figure it out. Don't you guys, when your wife's telling you like something that she damaged, you're like, well, okay, explain the damage, and they just really can't explain the damage, and you're like, I got to have this image in my head.
It's not as bad as it feels.
So I know what I'm up against, you know. Yeah. Well.
What'd you say? Listen, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. We're all fine.
Well, we got a big day today.
Yeah, today is a big day.
Oh my gosh, it's a big day. We have Fan Day, which is awesome, and then something I didn't. So there's an Earnhardt documentary that's out on Amazon Prime. So if you have a Prime account, you can watch it. If you don't, you can subscribe for a 30-day free trial. If you don't love it, cancel. No strings attached. But you'll be able to watch the Earnhardt documentary. 2 episodes are out today. And then the final 2 episodes come out the 29th.
Which is next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've been really anxious about this because we put a lot into it, and it was very personal. And but I didn't know when it would actually be available, when people that have Amazon could actually really go watch it. And I got up this morning, I'm going through my day, I'm trying to get ready, I'm eating a breakfast, and all of a sudden on my timeline I start seeing all these people going, oh man, that's something serious, oh man, that's so good. I'm like, what are they talking about? And they're talking about that documentary so they can watch it now.
Yeah.
I didn't know when it would, what time of day it might
I was imagining it would happen later in the day since
right.
The premiere is tonight, which is what you're getting to. We have a premiere to go to tonight to really kick it off and celebrate it. And
I know what this is like for me. What's it like for you? Like this, we've been working on this project for a really long time. They actually interviewed you a little bit, I believe. And
yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm excited to see it come together. I've seen the episodes with Dale. I cried through every single one of them. I'm super emotional anyway. And anything that involves old videos of Dale and Kelly with their dad, it's just emotional. this one's going to tear jerk the whole crowd. It really is. You get your tissue box because there's a lot of things that people may or may not know and more intimate details about childhood and different things, more relationship-wise versus racing.
So when we met, we talked about it a little bit from time to time, not a lot, but there's this sort of frustration or disappointment that you won't ever get to really talk to Dad, sit in a room with Dad, get to pick on me together and do all that stuff that Dad would probably want to do.
Yeah.
And I know without question that he would love you and love your personality and who you are and how you hold me accountable and all those things. I mean, everything about you I think would be really impressive to him. And there's been a couple things that we've kind of done to try to give you this glimpse or get you as close as possible, right? And one of the things that we did was we went to Richard Childress's vineyard and sat down and had lunch with him, which was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And that was actually better, more helpful than I actually expected it to be.
How so?
Just because he could tell you from a friend standpoint. I'm his son, right? So I got a point of view, but he's a very close friend, and he could kind of, you could ask him questions, and you might not could ask me. We ended up falling in love with the vineyard and getting married there.
Yeah.
The other thing that I said, hey, there's this documentary called Dale. I think probably a lot of people here have seen that. Ryan McGee wrote it, an incredible writer, same guy I wrote my book with, and Paul Newman narrated that. So that was a very big deal when it came out. We as a family, everyone was so very proud of it. And had Paul Newman narrate it, really, really cool. And so I told Amy, I said, we'll sit down and watch this Dale documentary. This will be this is everything you need to know. This is it. And I tell that to everybody. I'm like, if you want to know more about Dale Earnhardt, or if you're a new fan that hasn't isn't sure why people think he's so awesome or want to know more about him, that's what I tell them to do. Watch that. And so when the Imagine people came to talk to us about this project that's now out on Amazon, I told them, I said, the Dale Doc's the standard. If you can't beat that, I don't want to do this. And they were confident that they could create something comparable, if not better. And so I mean,
they did. They found footage that you've never even seen of your grandfather. So
I know
they did a great job.
There's this video of Ralph Earnhardt that he's being interviewed after a race at Charlotte Motor Speedway in around 1959. It's the only footage of Ralph talking, and it's the only. He died before I was born. So this Ralph Earnhardt is my dad's dad. My dad loved him. I wanted to know more about Ralph Earnhardt, and this is it. This is the only time I could hear the sound of his voice, how he might cock his head when he talks, or mannerisms. Yeah. And so they found more videos that I didn't even know existed that Dad never saw. I know Dad, because Dad put this thing in the tape one day and said, here's a video of your Ralph. This is the only thing I know that exists of him talking, and let's listen to it and watch it. And so the Imagine people found home video from somewhere of Ralph walking and talking. And so just really neat stuff like that. They found a lot of, on my phone right here, I bet you I got 25,000 photos of Dale Earnhardt on my phone of all years and eras, all through the 70s, all the late model sportsman photos of his cars that he would take to Caraway and all over the country or all over the Southeast. I've dug through social media, Facebook, everywhere to get all of this stuff, and I rarely see a photo that I don't have. It happens every now and then, and I make sure to tag the person or reply to the post. This is a new one for me. I really appreciate that. That's a big deal for me to see a photo of Dad, especially in the 70s, because they're so rare. And everybody's seen all the stuff from the 90s. It's all over the place. But they found some new stuff from the 70s back in the day before he was a big deal, and it's just so cool. So
a good surprise.
Yeah. I guess what my point is that you haven't seen everything, because this show's got stuff that I haven't even seen. And Kelly and myself and everybody else, all his friends, Hank Parker Sr.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Some of the stuff
he's a very good storyteller.
Yeah, so I'm excited to go to the premiere tonight. We're only going to watch, I think, 1 or maybe 2 episodes. We won't see all 4. Obviously, that'd be a long premiere. But I hope that I know the fans will watch. I hope the industry watches it. I hope the drivers that race in the Cup Series today will watch it.
I'm sure they will.
And that would mean a lot for me to them to be curious and want to know more, because they're standing on his shoulders. You know, all those drivers that are racing out there on Sunday in that 600 standing on the shoulders of giants. Those giants are Dale Earnhardt, Kelly Yarborough, Richard Petty, Bobby Allison. They ought to want to know everything they could about all those drivers, and here's a great opportunity for them to learn about that. Hey, it's Dale Jr. Did you know that we've got brand new merch from our Stars, Stripes, and Beers collection available now? We've got tanks, tees, beach towels, and more just in time for summer. Check it all out at shop.dirtymomedia.com. Are you excited to go to this premiere?
I am. I love a good opportunity to get dressed up, and we're going to take the girls.
Are we taking the girls?
We're taking the girls.
All right.
They are very excited, too.
I'm anxious about that. You know, they hardly can sit through a Disney movie. This will be a tough task.
Well, it's just one episode. It'll be just fine. I'll have a tote bag full of snacks and
I'll be
activities.
judgy. Y'all ain't paying attention.
No, you settle down over there.
This is your Papa Dale, man. What the hell?
I'm sure Nicole's going to be very excited. She loves her Papa Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. She talks about racing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Dale told this story the other day. So he's down on the couch, and he's got Nicole, and Nicole's like, Dad, can you turn on the TV? Let's watch, Bowie or whatever. And he's like, let's not turn on the TV. Let's just talk. And she's like, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about racing? Race cars? And he's like, yeah, I do.
What?
He's so excited.
Little
He's like, she's going to be the
Nicole.
one. She's going to race. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. I was like, no.
My 4-year-old daughter sat on the couch, and I said, first off, I was blown away that she actually said yes to just having a chat instead of turning on Disney or something. I was like, hell, let's just talk. She's like, okay, what do you want to talk about? I was like, oh. And she goes, what do you want to talk about? Race cars? And I was like, damn. Hell yes. I do want to talk about race cars. She's like, you know what? Your one's my favorite. Your Papa Dale's yellow and blue. I was like, man.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, she's got the vintage shirt. And she wore
like,
it to school the week before for race day at school.
I felt like I was being punked. Like she had an earpiece in. She was getting some somebody was telling her to say this stuff.
No, it made an impact on her. She won her race in that shirt, and she connected it.
Yeah.
So she's like very, very all about that right now.
Yes, that's right. So she had this shirt on for
race day at school.
Race day at school, which was like a week ago.
Yeah.
So that's why that was on her mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I ran a car like that. I ran a car at Daytona, and I was like, with the yellow front and the blue back and the stripes. I was like, we got that car down at the shop. You want to go down there and look at it? She's like, you really got that car? You did? And we were just having this conversation.
Yeah, she's 4, so talking to her is just fun in general. But
Amy's about 15 feet away in the kitchen, and I'm like, I hope Amy ain't hearing this.
I didn't hear a thing.
I hope Amy don't hear this. I
almost feel like you could be punking me in this conversation.
I didn't want your anxiety. I didn't want your anxiety to go through the roof.
Oh, it's going to peak when she starts wanting to get in wheels. Yeah. I mean, she's wild. So watching her take off on something is just nerve-wracking.
I hesitate to say it, man, but I feel like everybody always asks me, you going to let your girls race? I'm like, well, it's not just up to me, but.
I mean, you got to let them scratch the itch.
I think of the two.
Yeah, she's definitely
leaning that way.
She's definitely the one.
Yeah. I mean, there are kids out at Millbridge 5 years old racing. 5.
I know. She's just about that age.
Almost 5.
I know. Well, get your dang cart ready.
Oh, y'all. She ain't.
Put your money where your mouth is.
She ain't serious. She ain't serious. You ain't serious. You're showing out.
What am I supposed to do? Say no and stomp my feet? You know that's not going to work. That's going to make you want to do it more.
You did say it would make you emotional.
It probably. I'm going to bawl or watch like this. I don't know. I don't know how I'll act really. It just depends on how coordinated she is with that car and how much effort you put into teaching her how to use it.
Oh my gosh!
Every time you put me behind the wheel of something, you're like, you just push the button, mash the gas, and then who knows what's going to happen. You did that when we went on the ride along.
Yes.
See if you not remember. This is years ago. You might have heard this story already, but he took me to the racetrack. Rick Hendrick wanted Dale to do ride-alongs with some of his buddies, and then some sponsor opportunities. So I just happened to be around. Dale took me with him, and I did do one lap with Dale in the car, and then Dale decided to talk me into trying to drive the car around as well. I've never been in a race car before. I didn't even know how to start the thing, and I get in the car. They latch me in. I'm like really far away from everything. They're trying to figure out how to move the pedals forward. Yeah. And Dale refuses to get in the car with me. Refuses to sit in that car with me. He's like, she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm not getting in there.
And so this is before I knew how to be a good partner. So I did not know.
Everything was a big joke.
Yeah.
And that was joke's on me at that point.
Rick's looking at me. He's like,
What are you doing, man?
you ain't going to get in there? He thought I was joking. I was like, no, I'm not getting in there. He's like, God dang. And so he walks over there, Rick, and he
slides in the window, the passenger seat. And
55, 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm going to do it.
And he had his finger out, holding, like, showing me where to go the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, she can't go by herself. That's what he's thinking.
And I'm getting in the car going, oh, my God, please don't wreck this car. Don't blow it up. Shift, shift, shift. You can do this. You've driven a stick before. It's been a very long time. But, everything was okay. I did downshift and turn and almost blow up the motor. But, we made it around.
They pulled off pit road, and I'm standing there going, damn, I just messed up. Now I get it.
Oh,
it started to dawn on me then. I was like, I'm going to have some explaining to do.
Yeah, I'm going to have to explain it to do.
When she gets back, hopefully she has such a fun time she forgot that I totally bailed on her.
Yeah. No, I've not forgotten.
Yep. I took her around the racetrack at Bristol, and this was they have that PJ1 down in the bottom groove where the left side tires are, and when you don't run on it, it kind of turns like to plastic. It's really slick and hard, and they have to run on it and get it hot for it to turn into goo, grippy goo.
It's
yeah,
sticky.
But it's like plastic, really. And I was running above it in our little ride-alongs, and I had fans and some friends, and Amy, I'm like, get in, Amy.
You took my dad around that day, too.
I was like, Amy, you're going. She's like, I don't know, I'm good. I'm like, no, go Bristol. Got to go Bristol. It's Bristol. So she gets in, and, man, I run down off of 4 a little bit too low and put the left sides in that PJ1, and that thing turned sideways because the left rear tire just came right out from under me. And it's like, ooh.
And I'm like, no. Without even thinking about it, I threw my arm out like, I want out.
Yeah, she put her arm on my chest, and she's like, ah. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, we're going about 3/4 of a second. Well, our lap times would be right where the Cup guys run at the end of the tire run. Like, you slow down a second and a half or so. So we're running fast, like race speed. And, man, I really did about bust my ass with my wife in the car. So, I mean, we were a lot sideways.
Yeah, I got a good experience. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but it was cool because she gets out and she goes, I can't imagine doing that with all these other
the
drivers
other
on the
guys around.
Yeah.
No way. How do you even concentrate?
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive. I got a very good perspective that day on how crazy you are.
Charlotte's so big. Bristol's so small.
Yeah. The ride around Bristol is a really good ride along.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got a couple games we're going to play.
Yes, let's do it.
Yep. Well, we'll play both of them, I suppose. And our producer, who you've heard on the show, if you listen to Bless Your Hardt, Alex Timms. Alex.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
Come on up.
Oh, you want to come on up?
Yeah,
okay, he can come on up.
Yeah, come on up.
Hop up here, and you can drive us down this road. And which one we want to play first?
Well, let's play the first game. It's called Love It, Hate It, or Cringe.
Okay.
I'm going to say some common social normalities, and you guys decide if you love it, hate it, or think they're cringy.
I do love your hat. I will say that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Bud 8. There you go.
Bud 8. Red Bud 8.
All right, our first one. Saying, that'll be us whenever you see an old couple in public.
I love it.
I'm good with it, yeah.
I feel like we're halfway there already.
Yeah.
It sounds like a This Is Farmland type of thing. With that.
This used to be
this
farmland.
used to be farmland.
Yeah.
That's what I say when I drive around town with Amy. Man, all this used to be farmland, Amy. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, he can't help himself.
Yeah, I've been here a long time.
Our next one, wearing sneakers to a wedding.
Oh, no.
Are we a guy or a girl?
No, you can't do that.
Why? It could be fashion sneakers. With
I mean, it would if it's like one of them weddings that's really stripped down. But, I mean,
I like it when a guy wears, like, Chuck
sneakers
Taylors
with a suit?
with a tux. Yeah. I think it just depends on who you are.
Mm-mm.
I don't hate it. I love it.
Cringy for me.
Cringy, okay.
Yeah.
If they're your New Balances, no, leave those at home.
Yeah. Amy tried to get me to buy a pair of New Balances.
His feet hurt all the time. And I heard that those were the best ones for
That's what
plantar
your dad
fasciitis.
wears, Amy. I'm not there yet.
You have plaids in your closet that look just like my dad's shirts. And sometimes he puts them on. I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah.
turn around. Not today. All right, keep going.
All right, next one. Uses a special voice when talking to a dog or pets.
Love it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does it, even Dale.
Do you
He
guys
talks
have
to
like
Junebug pretty sweetly.
Yeah.
What about the swans or the donkeys?
The
Yeah.
Jackies.
Yeah. You gotta adjust your voice to be like calming and inviting. Like
Yeah.
the swan. So we got 2 swans. George is the man, and he's aggressive.
He's kind of a butthead.
Yeah, like you walk up to him and he's like, "What the
He
hell?
bows up
What are
every
you
time.
do?" You know, he starts bowing up like he's mad that you're near him.
Yeah. Even though you
Yeah.
have the food and is
Yeah.
he's very used to who you are. Yeah, he
Yep.
gets really
Gotcha.
He's funny.
Next one, gender reveal parties.
I'm good with them.
I'm good with it. I don't hate it.
If you're willing to, when you see one pop up in your timeline, if you're sitting there waiting on the reveal to see what it is, then you have
Then you
to
like it.
say,
Yeah. I like the creativity with the actual reveal part. The party, like, not so. I don't care less about, but like, people get really creative. There's been other drivers that have like done burnouts, and then the smoke turns pink or blue, which is super fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't do anything like that. Ours are boring.
What did we do?
I gave you the little tiny pink Chuck Taylors, but I don't think we did anything.
We didn't do a one with friends around.
No, we didn't do it.
So
did
like,
we?
yeah, there was a box. There was a little box that came in the mail. Amy shipped
Oh, my
us.
sisters. Yes, they.
That's
That's
right.
what happened.
Amy gave the
I turned in the information.
information to her sisters. They shipped us a box of Chuck Taylors, so we didn't know the box comes. We opened a box of Chuck Taylors. They're pink or blue.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
That was
cool.
kind of
what
fun.
we
I like that.
But it was me and her sitting
It
on
was
the
just
steps.
us.
Yeah.
All right.
No video either.
No.
Not documented at all.
We're
we
not
weren't
doing
thinking
this
at
right.
all.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, our next one, posting hours worth of videos from a concert you went to.
No, get out.
No.
Quit it.
No.
I know it's fun for you at the
I
moment.
think you get one. Give me one good clip.
Mhm.
Like, give me one good clip, and I'm good. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool, you went.
It never ever sounds as good,
Yeah.
too. I mean, I've done it before, so I
Yeah.
mean, I'm guilty. And then I get up and I'm like, oh no, delete, because it doesn't sound like you
Yeah.
heard it in person.
You hear them singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just echoey and bad. So
Yeah.
Isn't it like isn't it kind of frowned upon to video live concert at the concert?
The whole concert, yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
a couple songs, yeah. maybe.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't go to.
I don't think there's like a policy about
Yeah.
it, but
No, comedy shows, they don't like that.
yeah, no, they don't
That's
hate
frowned
that. You have to
upon.
put your phone in a Ziploc and lock it up.
Yeah. Next one, having each other's names tattooed.
No.
After a few beers.
I
I don't know.
Oh,
Sounds like a
Lord.
good idea.
I hear that's a curse. It's like a curse for your marriage to have, like, especially if you do it on your ring finger.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
people tell you all
Yeah.
kinds of, you know,
So no on that.
yeah, I would say no.
How about joint social media accounts?
No.
Oh no! Why?
I think that's just weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Why are we doing it together? We can. There's so many ways to collaborate, and like we don't have to post everything
Yeah.
as a couple. Have your own identity.
I might get roasted for this one, but what about pets? Your pets
Instagram
having a
account?
social media?
That was one I had on my list.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is
it
that
was.
coming
That-
up?
That was the next
Oh.
one.
We don't have them for our pets, but I don't think that there is anything wrong with it.
I think it's so weird.
You really?
Yes, it is.
Half the time, there's a couple. I follow a couple.
I have friends that do it. People that I like.
There's this one cute little dog that's like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's like a poodle, and I forget what they mixed it with, but it is the cutest little dog.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I do
I love
like
watching the videos.
I do like animal videos, and there's some somebody might rescue a wild animal, then it's a baby and raise it. Those are kind of cool to see, like see them take care of this thing.
Yeah.
And I've shown you a couple of those, but like if a friend of mine has an Instagram or a Twitter of their dog, and the dog
I mean, if the dog's on Twitter,
and
that's
wait,
ridiculous.
But and they'll do this. They'll tweet or post, and like the dog's talking.
Oh,
to,
no, I don't
to
like
you.
that.
Like, I had a great day, boy. Look at me. And it's like, this is so weird. The dog is not talking.
if the
you know?
page is just
I
strictly
know
photos,
I know
and
this
it's
is
not
the
this
owner
crazy.
doing this. It's so weird because I know it's the owner doing
I think that too about kids' pages.
Yeah.
Like if you could obviously that you're obvious that your child's not typing this out. You know,
Oh,
I feel like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
another thing
yeah.
that's kind of cringy.
Yeah.
I think the donkeys would be a good Instagram
The donkeys
page.
do need their own page. They
do.
should.
That'd be good.
It would if it's if it's meant intentionally to be comedic, then good.
If the donkeys get their own page, I'm
Yeah.
going to let Tampa Tim's over
Yes,
here
please.
do some voiceovers.
Yes, please. I would love that. Yeah. The last one I got for you guys in this game is matching PJs.
I love it at Christmas.
Yeah, Amy and
Yeah.
I do that at Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, we do it
The
at
whole
Christmas.
family.
The whole family
Yep.
looks the same.
That's
So-
a good tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy's family has done matching clothes all the grandkids or all the kids on Easter, all the girls are wearing the same dress and all that stuff. So it's not. It's kind. I know that it's certain occasions
Just gonna have to grin.
gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
But
At Christmas though, like each family has their own set, so
Amy
we're
got
not all
us-
matching.
You got us the train. What is it?
What?
The
The Polar Express.
Polar Express. We got Polar Express pajamas.
Well, we
hell-
went on the Polar Express in our Polar. You have to wear your pajamas on the Polar Express,
That's awesome.
so we did all that.
Yeah, and so, but it's fun to pull them out in the middle of the summer.
The kids
is
like
the
it.
Polar
Yeah.
Express ones?
Kids are like, is it Christmas?
time?
Because they don't have any reference to time. They're like,
Yeah.
Christmas? You're like, no, 6 more months.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dad's just being a clown today,
That's funny.
teasing the kids.
Yeah.
That's
It's
funny.
terrible. You're terrible.
Yeah. Well, that was Love It, Hate It, or Cringe.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Tampa Tim's.
Thank y'all. Yeah. Sometimes the games are fun. Yeah. Let's try another
Do
one.
we have time for another one?
I think we have some time for a quick one
Okay.
here.
Yeah. We're at 12:39. We got another 20
sweet.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll play another quick one. This one's called Real or Fake eBay Listings. So I have a bunch of eBay listings here. I'll say the item and a little description about it, and you guys decide if they're real or fake.
Okay.
How about that?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right, the first one, name my unborn child.
What?
A Arkansas mother is auctioning off her legal rights on eBay to name her unborn child.
What do y'all think?
I think it's real.
Everybody's saying yes, it's real.
It's like a lot of very disappointed
Yeah, everybody's
head
like, yeah,
nods.
it's
Like,
shamefully,
heard
but
Arkansas,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. Because it's Arkansas.
Because it's Arkansas.
Damn. Taking some strays, Arkansas.
Oh, man.
That is real.
Whoa.
right.
It
Is
happened.
it still live?
Yes. It was in 2009,
Oh,
and someone
man.
bid $26,000.
Holy
and won.
moly.
Yes.
What a wackadoodle situation altogether.
Are you
Who paid for that?
who had like
Dale,
this?
did you do that?
No.
Was it you?
No. When you heard the dollar amount, who had this brief moment of, damn, that's a good idea. And then you went right back to, no. Couldn't do that. But for a second, you're like, oh,
26 grand is
what
crazy.
a great idea.
Yeah.
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 God, I wonder what that kid's name is.
Yeah, but that would
I
be
know.
a
I
good
don't
one.
have it. I should have found
Fine.
it.
Dang.
All right, what's the next one?
Our next one is Taylor Swift's cat hair.
Gross.
Is from a gray and white cat. It was found on a fan's cardigan after a meet and greet. Real or fake?
Fake.
Real.
Fake because you said cardigan. I feel like that's too many.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fake. You're right.
Damn. All right.
Good job. This next one, Dale Jr. Pork and Beans.
Oh, real.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
This.
I think we were on a
description-
can of pork and beans at one time.
We? You and you?
That's me.
You and your inner
Yeah.
weirdo?
Well, it is the description is capture the high octane spirit of NASCAR with this special edition Van Camp's
Yes.
Pork and Beans can.
It's real.
Starting bid $8.
Oh man, that's low.
Dale seems pretty confident that it's real. I guess I'm
It's
going to go
real.
with real.
It is real.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can still bid
High
on it
octane
too.
is hilarious.
Probably still good. Probably still in date. In a can, I mean, that's like, what, 5 years?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I got two more for you. Britney Spears chewed gum.
Gross.
Gross.
One of a kind,
Disgusting.
a double bubble gum spit out by Britney Spears during a concert. Real or fake?
Real. It
I'm
seems too
hoping
ridiculous.
it's fake, but it's probably real.
That's so nasty.
It is real. Someone bought it for $14,000 in
God.
2004.
Dale, spit your gum out. That's insane.
Holy moly.
I'm losing faith in humanity today.
Oh, my gosh. I wonder if they regret that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that purchase. Is that like a buyer's remorse a decade or two later?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you even do with it?
I don't know.
You sit it in a little glass case like a
Yeah.
golden nugget?
In the center of your living room.
Gross. So gross.
Must be.
Oh my
All right.
gosh, what's the next one?
Our last one is Dale Jr.'s original beach chair used on the set of Bless Your Hardt.
Oh, where'd that go? I noticed he had a new
Yes,
one.
it's real.
You listed it? I
Did
got
y'all
that thing
list
on
it?
It's
Amazon.
for sale by owner
What?
or best offer.
What?
Real or fake?
Fake.
By owner?
Yeah.
I guess Dirty Move Media? It's real.
No,
I
it's
just...
fake.
Bull-
You're fake. We're not selling
oh.
that
So...
thing. Can't sell that thing.
Well, I
Got a
did.
good
I
butt
did.
dent in it already.
So we had the first one that we've used for the first 10 episodes or so, and y'all were talking in the last couple episodes about it squeaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I replaced it. And so the original one's floating around here somewhere.
But it's MIA. We
So
haven't
I just
seen it.
assumed that y'all had listed it for the foundation or something. Damn it.
So
I guess
maybe
you
now
can.
we will.
Yeah, we should.
You've been given permission.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was real or fake eBay listings.
Thanks, Tim.
This reminds me, we went to, good job, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tim's. This reminds me and Amy took the girls. So,
I see Mike Davis. He's out. He's out of his office.
yeah.
Mike Davis in the wild.
Heck yeah. We went to we went to school to watch Isla's graduation ceremony for first grade, and after that we took them to a burger joint in town, and next to the burger joint in town is a antique mall.
A really big antique mall.
Really
It's
big.
Awesome.
And we walked through there, and there's so much stuff of mine in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a bit depressing.
There's booths, you know how they
Yeah.
are all set up, and there's like one dedicated just to NASCAR stuff. There's
Yeah.
stand-ups and everything, and you just walk by, and there's Dad.
And they have the funniest, the coolest thing in there. I won't say it's funny is not the real word, but there's a bunch of die casts, and I'm looking through the die casts because there's a couple Dale Earnhardt die casts that I probably ain't got. And I saw our late models, Carrie, Kelly, and my late models. It's a set selling individually, and it was like Carrie 75, me 75, Kelly 150, and I was like, what the hell?
I'm kind of offended.
What the hell is this? This must be a massive Kelly Earnhardt fan. This guy really
He's really
wants to
believing
get
in
something.
this
Yeah,
car.
he's like,
yeah.
I know what I got. Don't come lowball me. I know what I got here.
Oh
but,
my gosh.
yeah.
You got jealous in the middle of the antique
did.
store looking at your own stuff.
I did.
That's so sad.
I know. Well, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
If y'all haven't checked that out, you should. It's
Antique malls are
downtown
fun.
Mooresville.
Yeah. We're going to do some Ask Amy with the fans here at Fan Day. So we got a microphone. Who's going to walk around? Andrew Curlin.
That's right.
All right,
Andrew.
Andrew's here. And so, yeah, take off, Andrew. Find
right,
us some
guys.
Well, who's got a question?
Does anyone have a question?
Well, this is
Walking
live.
over
This
here.
could go
And
either.
keep
This
it
could go
tame,
anyway. We got a good question here.
Oh, Andrew asked him if he had a good question before he let
That's
him ask
right.
his
Yes,
question.
yes. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Dave Rivera with my wife Yolanda. We're here from New Jersey. We've been fans of you for a long
Wow.
time.
Nice.
My question for you is, I've been watching you growing up, and as you grew up, you changed. You were under the media your whole life. Did you feel that you had expectations for yourself, that you had to live up to your father's expectations for the crowd, or did you live for yourself?
Well, this is it. So, Dad was the Intimidator 7-time champion, lots of wins, tough, blue collar, 6'2", giant man, and in a lot of people's eyes, the greatest driver ever. And I knew, like, man, I was never gonna be him. And so I really intentionally was wanted to show that I was different. So I got lucky with Budweiser to be able to put me at Rolling Stone and MTV Cribs and do all these other things where I could say, hey, obviously not Dad. I'm different, and I'm old. I drive the blue car and I wear the white suit with the blue stripes, and I like this kind of music, not Dad's music, And so it was kind of an intentional thing, as often as I could, to sort of talk about all of the things that were interesting to me in pop culture and TV, bands, music, all that stuff, to sort of let people say, all right, he's not going to be his dad off the track, and so I didn't want him. I was trying to not get compared to him on the track as much. And I would talk about my style being different than Dad's, maybe being more like some other drivers. And I think that was helpful for me, honestly. I think if I'd have left it alone, people would have tried to say, why ain't you like your dad? Your dad would do this. Why didn't you do that? Your dad would have done that. And I was trying to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank y'all for coming out.
Question over here from Lance. By the way, he got here at 6:30 a.m. this morning, so thank you for being here. What's your
Wow.
question?
So, Dale, you talked about with all the stuff that you collected over the years, all the memorabilia,
Yeah.
and you're worried about that being a burden on the girls one day. Is there an opportunity maybe to create a museum or something, not only
Man.
to keep the girls having that and they can keep what they want or see what they want,
Yeah.
but also everyone here would absolutely love to see what you have and what means something to you?
And that's a great.
That's a great question, and
Yeah.
we've talked about that recently because the things are kind of scattered. Even the things he knows he has, and there's way more that he doesn't even get to see and touch and feel all the time. But we talked about trying to
Yeah.
find a space or make a space where we could procure that. And
We talked about actually building something right here where we're sitting
yeah,
on this little plot right here. We need a little bit more office space at Junior Motorsports. We're kind of busting at the seams in this building. So, but I've got cars over at my property. I've got a lot of Dad's stuff, suits and things that I've collected, boots that he wore and stuff like that I love, and I think it'd be cool to put them in cases, places that y'all could see them.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have my own like collection of stuff that maybe it's another driver or something historic that doesn't relate to me or Dad, and all that stuff's just kind of sitting in totes or in my house or whatever. And I'd love to be able to display it because it's just kind of
it's not being enjoyed or
it's giving me a little
appreciated where it
anxiety
is.
that it's
Yeah.
just kind of not doing something or not able for somebody to enjoy it, because I certainly am proud of some of the things that I've gathered over time or had people give to me, and it'd be fun to build something. We've talked about it, and I think those conversations are actually getting really kind of more serious than just casual conversations. So
Maybe so.
we'll see. It's
Yeah.
just to do anything today, to build a building today. Y'all know that it's
He
not
starts to
easy.
get all
Yeah, like
all-
the build the build. We should have built the building years ago because
Yeah.
it's gotten more expensive to do those type of things. But yeah,
We got a question over here with Wyatt, by the way, wearing Dirty Mo Media shirt and hat, so thank you for the support.
always right there.
What's your guys' favorite activity to do on date night?
oh,
Just go to dinner by ourselves. Getting to go to eat at a restaurant, that's my favorite thing. I'm not going to speak for Dale. It's my favorite thing when he takes me to dinner and the kids aren't with us, just because as if you have little girls or little boys, you know that taking them out to eat is like an event in itself. So
yeah. I like the dinner. I like dinner, and then I want to take Amy somewhere, take Amy to the bar and close the bar. But we don't ever do that second part.
we don't usually do that second
we
part
don't do
anymore.
that second part anymore. We used to, but
I can't hang anymore.
Yeah, we get done with dinner and we're like power down.
Yeah.
We're all tired. Got that food coma going. But yeah, I like.
I think the last time we went to dinner, we went home and put on a show. Dale wanted to watch something. I forget what it was. I fell asleep before
Yeah.
it really even got going. I laid
Yeah.
on his shoulder and was like, ow.
Yeah.
So I just can't stay awake.
Yeah. Amy's up early, 6 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, she's usually ready for bed around 9 or so. Pretty
Yeah.
tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Got a question in the back here. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Twalin, and I'm from Noonan, Georgia. And I was wondering from Amy, have you found any more of Dale's fireballs in the couch?
No, I haven't. He has not bought any fireballs lately, but I do find boxes or bags of like I find boxes full of the big bags of those nerd clusters here and there and everywhere. Where's the last place we were? I was like, where did all these come
yeah.
from?
I have to hide him.
He doesn't just hide small
some-
amounts though.
yeah.
He hides stashes of them. Like, how are you eating all this candy?
Somebody came here, a big fan of the Dale Jr. Download, showed up last week and a couple weeks ago and gave me a couple bags of gummy nerds.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've successfully hidden those in the house.
He's got a major sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I he downed an entire gallon of ice cream the other day, which I had bought for the kids because he
Yeah.
said he was.
See, I heard her say she bought that for me.
Yeah. If it
Yes.
looks like it's for a child, he will eat it in its
She's
entirety.
like, "Did you eat all ice cream?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. Thank you. I appreciate you getting that." No, I ate it. It probably ate it all too quickly, but it's gone.
Yeah.
And she was like, "That was for the kids." I swear
Like,
I
you
remember
have
you
to
saying
share
that
it.
was for me.
There's
'cause
enough to share.
I remember when she brought it home and I said, "Oh, mint chocolate chip, awesome!" And she goes, "Yeah, that's for you."
No, that's not what happened.
Uh-uh. That's not what it.
You had been counting calories in your phone and
Yeah.
like tracking your food.
I know.
and
I
all
was
the
like,
things.
"Amy,
I'm
you
like,
shouldn't have."
I just want to let you know this
I'm
is for
on
the
the diet.
kids. Don't get in the freezer.
I was like, "Amy, you shouldn't have. I'm on a diet." She's like, "Just have a teaspoon or tablespoon."
Yeah, so instead of even putting it in the freezer
Instead
first,
of-
he gets it open before it even makes it to the freezer and gets a giant scoop of it. I'm like, are you going to stick the whole thing in your mouth? And damn sure you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, put the rest away. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
See,
But he did.
that's when I heard
The
it was
next
for
day.
me.
Yeah.
When she was giving me advice on how to eat it, consume it, I'm like, "This is for me."
No.
Nope.
He hears what he wants.
We have a question right here from Beth, who came all the way from Southern California to be
Wow.
here today.
Thank
All right.
you, Beth.
Yeah, give her a round of applause.
So my question for you, Dale, is your next dream to actually have a full-time Cup team in NASCAR Cup? And if so, who would you pick to be the very first driver of that team?
Well, Justin did a good job for us in Daytona, and I think Justin is a Cup talent, Cup quality driver. So if we did snap our fingers and get a Cup team tomorrow, I think Justin would be our driver, and he's done a really good job driving the next gen car for Chevrolet at tests and so forth. And when he at this very race last year, when he subbed in for Larson in the 5, I mean he drove that car past the leaders to get a lap back, which was really impressive. It's a good little driver and great friend of the company, and so that would be pretty cool. But I don't know if that's really at the top of the list for me in terms of things that I want to achieve. The Cars Tour is something's very, very important to me. So trying to make that Cars Tour as big of a success as we can, and figuring out how to make grassroots racing a blue collar, affordable sport again is really a huge challenge. Our car counts are pretty good, but for local weekly racing, for like the show at Tri-County or Hickory, their car counts are down, and it's just because the stuff is just harder to do on a regular blue collar paycheck. Used to be able to, every people up and down your street might have a car in their garage that they race locally at a racetrack. You just can't do it anymore because it's just so expensive. So we're trying to figure out how to be a good shepherd of that industry and help that. That's a really important part of what I spend a lot of time on.
Well, we got a question right here in the front row with Alicia, who's with our friends at Lionel Racing. Alicia, what's your question?
I was wondering for Amy, I know Junior loves music, but who controls the radio when y'all go somewhere?
Dale controls the radio pretty much everywhere.
I control the song, but Amy, ironically, controls the volume.
It's always so loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to make me spin out.
Yeah.
I can't handle all this noise between the kids and the things, and he's banging on the
I like
on
the
the
show.
console. Like they're doing it for you. You don't have to make the
know.
noise too. The noise is loud. It's like it's all surround sound around us. Why do we have to have all this going on? It's chaotic.
I like to let
sometimes
Amy,
I reach over and I'm just like.
I like to let Amy know that I know a little bit about drumming. Right? So I'm like, I could drum to this song.
He's always trying to impress
yeah.
me. Yeah, with his many talents, including the console drumming sessions.
Yep.
I have played the music before, and I like music too. But Dale's pretty much in charge of the music.
I'm on Spotify, and I've shared my playlist on Twitter before. But I've got a playlist about y'all like yacht rock is pretty awesome music, easy to listen to. And if you like anything from the 70s and 80s that was popular, it's going to be kind of in that vein. But I started a playlist called Houseboat Rock because we don't have a yacht, we got a houseboat, and so we that kind of stuff she likes.
Yes,
because it's gonna play a lot of stuff she remembers from her childhood and so forth. So I'll play that in the car.
I listened to yacht
and
rock.
I'll sneak that volume up
all the way down to the beach house last weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
yeah.
The whole way there, the whole way back.
You know what I like to do?
He was not with me, so I got to touch the radio.
Yeah.
But
so we get in the car to drive to the beach or somewhere. Before she gets in there, this is awesome. Before she gets in there, I take the radio and I do the fade all the way to the driver's speaker. So all the back speakers are off, the passenger speaker's off, and so I can turn that speaker up a little bit louder before, and so she thinks that the radio's kind of low, but on my corner it's really loud.
It's not really that the music's that important to him. It's the challenge of all of that manipulation, I think, is what gets him going more than anything.
So that's a little pro tip
to
you dads out there and husbands. Just to fade that all the way to your corner of the car. Then you can kind of get a little more volume out of it.
It's still an enclosed environment. We're still hearing it. It's pretty loud. Yeah. It works somewhat.
Yep.
We got time for one more quick question. It's from Sue.
Yep.
Hi, this question's for Amy, and I was wondering if the girls, do they get to wear jewelry? And if so, how does Dale feel about that?
Dale has done really well with that, actually. Yes, they both wear jewelry. They both have their ears pierced. And he was aware when we were going to do that. The first time I took Isla to get her ears pierced, she chickened out. So we tried again not that long ago, and they both have their ears pierced and are draped in jewelry. And half the time when they're getting ready for bed, something needs to be taken off, and so I get a call to the bathroom to make sure that I can unhook a necklace or something like that because he's not going to touch it.
Yeah.
But he lets him wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to pull some of mine out every once in a while just to like dip my toe and see if he's going to react, and I get the look like.
Knows. I don't know why she keeps doing that.
Because I want to wear it too. I do.
Yeah.
And he won't let me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
I'm thankful he lets the girls, though. I told him when I'm like, we have girls coming. You're going to have to get used to this.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's happening.
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Yep.
Yep. It's all right.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's just
It's
a
okay.
little jewelry. I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
It is.
Yep, it has. Bless your. Thank y'all.
Thank
Thanks,
you for
everybody.
being here. Thank you for your questions.
Yep. I just want to say, Bless Your Hardt, a new podcast that I'm doing with you. I'm proud of you. It's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun.
Fun to see you dig into it and enjoy, and hope everybody will tune in to check it out on Dirty Mo Media. We do one every Thursday. And I want to thank, again, Lionel for sponsoring the stage. Lionel is a great partner for us, makes a lot of great die casts that we all enjoy. Fan Day here at Junior Motorsports presented by Bass Pro Shops. Want to thank SiriusXM for allowing us to take over the airwaves a little bit. Amy, let's go have some more fun today.
That's right. And don't forget to check out the merch at shop.dirtymomedia.com.
That's right.
I think we have some merch to give away also. So hang tight.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
Guys.
Thank you.